What's up guys, Bearded Jeeper here, and today we're checking out this digital tire pressure gauge. Let's take a look at what's inside. So today we have this digital tire pressure gauge, and we're going to take a look at what comes in the box. It's by a company called Neancer, I think. Neancer? I'm not sure, but they sent us this, so we're gonna check it out. It says it goes from 0.1 to 250 psi. I'm not exactly sure what you'd inflate all the way to 250 psi, but it's good to know that it goes that high. So we'll open up this box. Looks like we got the pressure gauge itself. Another little adapter here to plug in. Some directions. Bunch of different connecting ends and stuff. That's pretty handy. Looks like it even comes with some thread tape. Well, that's very cool. You don't see any of these coming with thread tape. Batteries are included in this. And this looks like a little valve stem decorer tool, so that's pretty handy to have. So this does come with quite a few extras. Let's take a closer look at this pressure gauge. It says it has 1% of accuracy. I think that means it's accurate within 1%. Kind of misleading there. You'd want it to say like accuracy 99%, I would think. Looks like it has a light to it. Guess we gotta get the batteries in. Simple on and off. And yeah, it looks like it's very well built. None of these ends seem at all flimsy or anything. It seems very sturdy. So let's pop those batteries in, and then we can go test it on the Jeep. Not only is this a valve decorer tool, but also helps us get into the batteries. Alright. 2 AAA batteries. Nollywang batteries. Never heard of them. Must be China's version of Energizers. Alright. So it looks like we pop this door open. Gonna be my first con of this thing. Kind of pain in the butt to get open here. There we go. Good old trusty knife. 3, 2 batteries. And we'll pop the cover back on. Oh, it even has a full battery meter. That's pretty cool. I was kind of wondering how we would be able to tell, like, if the batteries were dying other than it just shutting off on you. Looks like that's the way to change what type of reading you're getting. We want PSI, that's what we want. Maybe I have to hold this to make it unlit. Huh. This is the lit unlit button, but that just kind of changes the thing. Do I have to like double click it? No. Press the on and off button for 3 seconds. Power will be off. Yeah. Check the LCD before you use the LCD. I guess we're supposed to just hold this for 2 seconds, and this unit light button, and it's supposed to turn the unit light off. So 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. The light's on now. Maybe it was off before. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. Seems really solid. Oh, there's like a It's like a little light up here. I wonder if that's what was lighting up. Hold on, let's hold for 2 seconds. Oh, there we go. That's what lights up. So this stays lit all the time, but you have this little LED light on top. That's pretty handy actually, because you can have that pointing wherever you need to see your tire to inflate it at night. You have to be smarter than the device. All right, let's go inflate the tires on the Jeep. I know this tire is underinflated for sure. This is the one that has a small leak on it. Make sure it reads 0. Oh, that's not tight. All right, got that all tightened up. You have to really seem to put this end on there in order for it to actually inflate well. But it's reading 21.5 PSI. Let's see if we can get it up to 35. So that's one thing I really don't care for on this. I found out already is when you're inflating the tires, you actually have to let go of this thing here, the little inflator valve here. You have to let go of that in order for it to actually tell you what the PSI is in the tire. So you kind of have to like keep going, letting go, keep going, then let go. And it's kind of hard to get accurate as to what the PSI actually is in this. So I mean, it's cool that it lights up and it's easy to see, but I'd like to see the PSI the whole time I'm inflating the tire so I don't go past what I wanted to and then have to take air out. Time for the pros and cons of this digital tire inflator. My first con has to be this clip here. It doesn't like to stay on. You really have to kind of jam it on the tire and then, or on the, you really have to jam it on the valve stem, and then it just feels like it chews up the threads on this. So I don't know if I want to continue using it if it's going to chew up these threads every time. And I'm holding it open and it comes open. I'm holding the flap open and it's opening up the valve all the way, but it just doesn't seem like it's wide enough, and it doesn't feel right going onto there. That, and it doesn't always seal nice. There we go, got it to seal nice finally, but if you don't get it just right, it just starts leaking air. A pro to this though is the light up screen. That's really handy, especially at night, being able to see. It's really neat. As soon as you kind of press on the trigger, it lights up again if it goes out. And kind of to go along with that is this LED light up here that you just hold and it comes on. That's really handy so you can see what you're working on if you're working in the dark trying to inflate a tire. So I really like that. One of the things I don't like about this gauge though is when you're inflating, it just shows 0. It doesn't show you what you're at, so you just have to let go of the trigger and then it'll tell you what you're at, and then you can go back to it. But doing it that way, it makes it kind of hard to actually pinpoint the exact PSI that you're going to be at. So I'd rather it just show me a continuous feed of how inflated the tire's getting, not having to release the trigger every time that I want to check what PSI I'm at. Build on this thing though, it's really well built. Besides this end piece here, I wonder if there's some way I can get this off. It looks like it just threads off, and buy a different end piece. Then I wouldn't mind this as much. I still don't really care for not being able to see the tire pressure while I'm inflating. That's kind of why I want to have the readout, is to see it, what it is while I'm inflating. That's why I kind of like the needle gauge ones over one of these digital ones, just because this one you can't tell unless you release that trigger. If you want to get one of these, I'm going to post a link in the Amazon description below, so you can check it out, see some of the specs on it. I'm not a huge fan of it. I don't think I'm going to use this again. This isn't the gauge for me. Kind of a neat concept, but it doesn't work well enough for me to rely on and use. I want something that's more accurate and works every time I use it, without leaking air or weird end pieces here. So I'm gonna have to say no on this one. I just wanted to give you a quick review on this inflator, give you my opinion on it, and hopefully save you some coin. And I wouldn't recommend this. I don't want to buy it, but it's up to you guys if you want to buy this. Hope you guys enjoyed this little review, and if you have any questions about this at all, hit me up in the comments below. I'll be sure to answer them. As always guys, stay bearded, stay jeepin'. I'm out.